Hey everybody, my name is Shane and today I'm doing another makeup tutorial. So recently I got some new Colourpop products in the mail and I kind of wanted to do a little bit of a first impression slash makeup tutorial today. Going into the makeup, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I had in the back of my mind that I wanted to wear an all black outfit, and whenever I wear a lot of black, I love to do pops of color, so you can tell today's theme is pretty much pink. I'm sorry that it's been quite a while since my last tutorial. Honestly, makeup tutorials are the hardest videos for me to film simply because it's one of those videos that needs a lot of time to be filmed, and the setup pretty much has to be just right. My husband has to be home on a Thursday morning, so I have the lighting. I can't film at night. It looks awful, especially for a makeup tutorial, so it has to be during the morning that he's home, and I have to be up early enough that we can start our day with my daughter. So the setting has to be just right, but that was this morning. I woke up nice and early. It was a little bit after 7, so I got a nice early start, and we got to take our time. We got to play with some new products, and I came up with a really pretty look that I hope you guys enjoy. So if you want to stick around, chit chat with me, and get ready, then please keep watching. Ooh, my eyes are watering. I'm not sure why. So good morning, everybody. I wanted to try to get kind of an early start to today's video because I really wanted to take my time and come up with a makeup look for you guys. And I haven't done a makeup look in quite a while, but I was kind of recently inspired because I realized that there's so much makeup shaming out there. Like, I knew it existed, but I figured people were getting a little more like used to it, but there's still so much negativity when it comes to women wearing makeup, and that inspired me to wear makeup. You know, it's a form of expression. It's a way to express myself artistically. I'm not a good drawer. I'm not a good sculptor, so I found my outlet where I'm able to express how I'm feeling that day by using makeup and putting my best out there. You know, like, why wouldn't you want to feel your best? So that is why I wear makeup. Trust me, I'm married. My husband has seen me without makeup. I don't think it's a deceptive thing to wear makeup. Never have I been with a person that I've worn makeup around and then I took off my makeup and they're like, you're not the same person. You don't look the same. Of course, I'm not gonna look exactly the same, but nobody's ever been offended by it, except for when I've come on the internet and have posted my tutorials, which I've found just very, very strange. So I'm not gonna ever stop wearing makeup to make somebody else happy. I've learned the hard way in life that you will never make everyone happy. So if you wear makeup, you're gonna make some people happy and some people not. And if you don't wear makeup, you're gonna make some people happy and some people not. Either way, you're not gonna win. So do what makes you happy. Wearing makeup makes me happy. Let's get into the I was so close. Let's get into the tutorial. So I am going to do most of my face routine off camera, but I am starting with my Benefit Professional Face Primer. I'm actually almost out of this stuff. I'm going to have to go pick some up probably today because I think I'll only have maybe one more application left out of this tube. But I take a little bit on my fingertips and then I just start putting it on my problem areas, which is mostly right here, my nose, my forehead, and a little bit on my chin. And then whatever is left over, I'll just work over the rest of my face. So I am just gonna fly through. I'm just gonna do my foundation, which for my foundation, I've still been using my MAC Studio Fix Fluid with SPF 15. That I'm gonna apply with my beauty blender, and then I'm gonna go into my concealer, which I've been using the Naked Skin Weightless Complete Coverage Concealer in the color Fair Neutral. And then I'm gonna set all of that using my Airspun loose face powder. I've actually been using a newer one called Translucent Extra Coverage, so it's a little bit heavier than what I'm used to, but I still love the formula. Then Then I'm also going to fill in my brows. I'm actually out of my Anastasia product, so I've just been using a dark brown shadow and an angled brush. My brows haven't really been turning out exactly the way I want them though, because I'm not using the right products, but it's all I have right now, so we're going to make it work. Now that my brows and most of my face is done, we're actually going to save contouring for after we do the eyes, because I changed up my routine a little bit, so I just want to show you guys that. I also put some foundation over my lips, which I normally don't do, but if you may have seen while I was doing foundation, all these swatches that still don't want to come off. I was just filming the rest of a Colourpop unboxing video this morning, so I had a lot of liquid lipstick on, so it's stained. But I've been letting my setting powder sit underneath my eyes, so I'm just going to take this fluffy brush. It's actually an old stippling brush that I haven't used for foundation in a long time. I've just been using it to wipe away my powder. Oh my gosh, the wind outside is crazy, so if you hear that, I'm sorry, because we're right in front of a window. You may hear the wind. So again, I don't have any real plans for our makeup today. I sat down not really knowing what I want to do, but I kind of like doing that because it tests my creativity, and you know, I don't have anything set in my head that I want to do. I do want to play with a few new products today, so I definitely want to use one of the new Colourpop lipsticks. I think I want to wear an all black outfit today. I have this like off the shoulder black sweater, and I think that I'm just gonna wear with leggings and then like black booties, so we can do a little more, have a little more fun with our makeup. So I think I'm gonna just do like a nice subtle pink eye. We have this new Super Shock shadow from Colourpop called Rainbow, which is just a really nice sheer shadow, but it has silver and pink glitters in it that I think we can use. I think we also may end up using Bubbly, which is a nice pink as well. And then I have a couple pink Colourpop lipsticks we can decide on when we get to that point. Ugh, I gotta adjust myself. First things first, I normally do this in any makeup look that I'm using because it brightens up my entire eye. So I like to take this NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in the color Milk. Actually, I may have a sharpener up here, and it's not big enough. So I'm going to keep doing what I have been doing, and that is taking this tiny little brush and just putting some of the product right on it. And I'm going to first put it in my waterline. I feel like this just opens up my eyes because I like big doll-like eyes for most of my makeup looks. Why are my eyes watering so bad this morning? I feel like it's just because I'm in front of a window, so there's a lot of light coming in, and then the rest of my room is dark. I don't know. But I'm also going to take this product and just put it messily on my lids. I don't have to be precise with it. And then I'm also going to put some on my bottom lash line. And then I'll take my finger and blend it all out. Okay, next, what do I want to do? I think alright. I am going to find a crease color. We're going to have a couple different crease colors. We're going to have one that it goes on first that's going to show just a little bit over another crease color that we're going to choose. So I want something neutral first. So I think I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette. There's a couple of really nice neutral shadows in here that will work with what we're trying to find. So I think I'm gonna take, you know what, we have a couple of palettes here as well. We have this Stardust one too from Too Faced Vegas Nay. Wow, this one's messy. But I think I'm gonna take this color Millennial here, which is really similar to the one that I was looking at in the Huda Beauty palette called Sandalwood. But because Millennial's a little bit lighter, I think that's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush from Wet n Wild, so really affordable, and I'm gonna go right into that Millennial color, and I'm just gonna start real simple and just sweep this back and forth. And I am gonna blend it a little bit high up close to my brow bone, simply because I want the shadow to show. Even when I put on all the other colors, I still want the shadow to poke out, so I want to make sure I build it up enough Sorry if I'm a little bit quiet, to be honest. I think I'm getting sick. I woke up with such a bad headache this morning, and I figured I may just be dehydrated, so I had been sipping on some water, and I definitely feel a little bit better. But I just feel like my daughter was really sick not too long ago, and then my husband had a bug, so I'm not prone to it, so maybe I'm just kind of expecting it. I don't know, and my daughter just woke up. I don't know if you can hear her. She's in the other room with my husband, so I can get ready and film this video for you guys. Okay, so there was a couple of minutes where I couldn't really record. The wind was really, really, really loud, and I'm hoping that we can get through this without it being too distracting. And my daughter was right there, so I didn't want her to necessarily know that I was in here, because then she'd get really, really upset and want to come in. So I'm gonna go see her as soon as we're done here. I did do a little bit to this eye. I was kind of seeing where I wanted to go. Didn't do too much, so I'll show you exactly what I did. So after we put Millennial in the crease, I ended up going back into my Too Faced Stardust palette and picking up this nice pink color called Pink Pearl. I'm using the Duo brush that came with the Urban Decay Naked 2 palette. I dipped that a little bit in water, and then I'm picking up this shadow. And I'm just gonna put it all over my lid to act as a base. I do bring it up slightly into the crease so that when we close our eyes, our entire lid is covered. After that is on, I'm going to be going into Bumble, and these shadows, the Super Shock shadows, are best applied with your finger. So with this one, a little bit on my finger, oh my gosh, and I'm going to pat it right over that color that we just applied. Next, I'll be going into that rainbow shadow, and as I just said, they're best applied with your finger, but because this is going to go into my inner tear duct, I can't really get in there with my nails, so I'm still going to take that same flat shader brush that we used to apply the pink, and we're going to pack this right in the inner corner. I'm going to bring it in slightly so it kind of transitions into that pink, but then I'm going to bring it around and a little bit on my lower lash line as well, but keeping it all within that inner corner. My tummy's rumbling. You can eat when you're finished. So that's as far as I got off camera with you guys. So next I'm going to be going into my Huda Beauty palette, and I'll be picking up this really nice dusty pink color called Shy. To apply this, I'll be going into this Duo brush from the Urban Decay Vice 4 palette, I believe, and I'm going to use the fluffy side. So I'll pick up a little bit of that shadow, and then starting from the corner of my eye, I'm just going to start sweeping it into that outer V shape. I'm going to bring it up into my crease a little bit, but I'm not going to go too far with it. I'm going to stop about a quarter of the way in. If at any point you feel like you're losing that original crease color that we put down, you're more than welcome to go back in. Don't be afraid to go back and forth between colors to build up the exact look that you're going for. I'm going to apply a little bit more just to this bottom V shape and sweep it inwards into the rest of our lid. I'm debating if I want to deepen up the outer crease a little bit, but we'll get to that in just a second. I'm going to go back in with that original fluffy brush that we used to apply the very first crease color and just use it to blend this out a little bit more. So very lightly, I'm literally barely touching the skin. So I think I want to deepen it up, but I don't want to use like a dark brown. I don't want to use a black. I still want to keep it very subtle because I want our lips to pretty much be the main focal point of attention. So in this palette, there are a couple nice shades to choose from. I don't know if I want to use this more gray color called Suede or if I want to keep to Henna, because we used a color very similar to Sandalwood. Let me see what's in the Stardust palette as well, see if there's any good colors. I mean, they're pretty much just dark brown, so I think our best bet is going to be with the Huda palette. What do I want to do if I'm just wearing black? I think I'm going to go with Suede. and keep it quite neutral. So suede was this like grayish over here, and I'm picking it up first with this duo brush that came with the Naked Smoky palette. Those are the only high-end brushes I own, pretty much. You'll see one that I actually bought, but the other ones have just come with palettes. So I'm picking a little bit up on the like there's a dense dome side, and I'm just gonna tap it in, and we will go back in and blend that out in a moment. I just kind of want to place the color, then we'll go back in and blend it out, place the color again, blend it out until we're happy with the intensity. But I just want to make sure that both eyes are even, so that's why I'm following the exact same steps for either eye. Just tapping on the color, and then the beauty of this is it has a fluffy brush on the other side that's a little bit dense. So I'm just going to very slightly, I'm not so much flicking it this way, I'm flicking it this way into my eye. And I think it's just adding the right amount of deepness. Honestly, I may not even go in and build it up even more. I think that this is going to be perfect. Especially, remember, I want my lips to pretty much be the focal point of my full makeup. So we're going to be going for a bold lip. So let's keep this quite subtle. We're not quite done with the eyes, don't worry. So with that same dome brush that we just used to apply our outer deepening color, I wiped it off, and I'm gonna go back into that pink shade called Shy, and I'm just gonna sweep this underneath my lashes and smoke it out just a little bit. Bring it all the way to the outer corner. I'm not bringing all the way to the inner corner because remember we have that highlight there from Rainbow. So I am bringing it to the outer corner, and then I'm just smoking it out very slightly. I feel like this is a beautiful pink where it's obviously pink, but not overpowering pink. There's also a really nice shade in that palette called Flamingo. That's a hot pink. So it does give you two different options of pink if you pick up this palette. I know a couple people were debating on picking up the palette, but I think you should pick it up anyways and play with it, because if you don't like it, you always have that option to return it. So you really don't lose anything. The next step is totally optional. I like to do this again to make my eyes appear a little bit bigger, but I am going to go into a third palette, which I try to keep it at 2 at the most. You know, if I have singles, that's a little bit different, but I'm going to be going into my Natural Eyes palette by Too Faced, which is a go-to almost everyday palette, and I'm going to be taking up an angled brush, and I'm going into this bottom color here called Nudie, which you can tell is very loved. It's a beautiful crease color, that's what I use it mostly for. But then I also take my angle brush, I pick up a little bit of the product, and then I squeeze the brush together so it's a little more narrow. And then on the very inner tear duct, I'm going to, starting below the lash line, I'm going to create this almost point. And that, my dear, is going to make your eyes appear even larger. So this eye has it and this eye doesn't. As I'm bringing it in toward the pink, I'm just blending it. You can go in with a little brush if you want, just to lighten it a little bit. It doesn't take much to blend that out. We're done with eyeshadows, thank goodness. So because we're done, I'm going to take that brush that I used to wipe away the powder and just wipe away any fallout. The beauty of the eyeshadows that we use today is none of the palettes, none of the Colourpop colors really have a lot of fallout. So normally if I'm working with really bright colors that I know is going to have some fallout, I would save my makeup, the concealer, the foundation for last. That way it doesn't smudge, but because I knew that these were really nice shadows, I went ahead and did it first. Next we're moving on to eyeliner. I'm gonna link below in the description my newest eyeliner routine. I'm not gonna go through it in depth here. One, is very difficult to do on camera, but two, I already did a full video dedicated to it, so that'll be the first link down below if you want to see in depth how I do this. Once my eyeliner is done, I'm going to move on to mascara. And for mascara, I've been using for quite a while actually. I think I'm now just starting to run out of it, and I want to try some drugstore mascaras to recommend for you guys when like the new year, the new school year starts. up again. I want to find some really good mascaras for you guys in high school. But the one that I've been using is Telescopic in Carbon Black from L'Oreal, which is a drugstore mascara, and it's awesome. It really is. But I'm going to add 2 coats of this to my top lashes and 2 coats to my bottom lashes. For lashes, I like to use these from Salon Perfect. You can actually find them, I know for sure you can find them at Walmart. That's usually where I get mine. I'm pretty sure they sell them at Target. They come in a black and a pink packaging. They're Salon Perfect in number 615. But I already have a pair. I actually double stack my lashes. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on them and then stick them on. For lash glue, I've been going back. I was using the Duo like precision stick for a while. I ran out of that stuff, so I had a backup Duo dark tone. People ask me all the time what's my favorite lash glue, and it's definitely Duo. I don't like Kiss at all, and truthfully, I haven't really tried many other brands. I've always just stuck to Duo because it works, it's cheap, and it's awesome. It's one of those glues that you really don't have to worry about like your lashes coming off. Don't get me wrong, sometimes it'll still happen if you don't apply enough glue or waited too long to put it on your eye. It didn't like adhere to your skin very well, so don't get me wrong, it's not foolproof, but once you know exactly how to apply and make them stay, this has never ever let me down. Where did my tweezers go? Oh, here they are. I found them. I love these tweezers. They're seriously amazing because they're so thin and pointed at the end. They can get those tiny little pesky hairs, which I actually need to go get my eyebrows waxed again. Sorry, I'm passing time. I'm waiting for these to get tacky. And it's funny because I've actually been watching The Waterboy because it came out on Netflix on my computer. Like, when I did my foundation and concealer where I wasn't really talking, there was no like audio from my end. I was watching that. I always watch. Does anybody else like always watch TV or like something on their phone whenever they do makeup? I can't just sit here and do makeup. I always need like, I love documentaries where people are talking to me. I prefer like people talking over people singing. So I don't really listen to music that often when I get ready. Or really in general, just pretty much in the car. Where is this conversation going? I don't know. There is, however, really quick, because this is sort of like a chit-chat vlog while I'm still waiting for these to get tacky. I just got a new Colourpop. This one and then the rainbow one that we use in this tutorial are my newest Colourpop ones. I'm dying to use this one. This one is called Baby Talk, and it's a matte red, like a bluish red. Oh, it's gorgeous, but I'm a little intimidated by it, but I really want to do makeup tutorials more often and do some like really out of my comfort bubble looks, so I'm dying to get into that one. So I still need to do orange. I need to order some orange shadows. I only had that one from Makeup Forever, but we'll see. There is also, this is probably tacky. I was organizing my makeup collection the other day because I was getting these new products in the mail, and I was going through some old palettes and stuff, and there's this one palette I'll show you in just a second from Too Faced. I actually did a whole review or like a whole video dedicated to this palette a couple years ago, I think, but it's the Too Faced Sugar Pop palette, and I opened it up and I was like, why haven't I used this palette more often? And this is gorgeous blue in here that's called Blue Raspberry. I'm dying to use it. I think I just want to wait for the summertime to use it. It's so pigmented, but it's gorgeous. While I wait for my lashes to completely dry to go over the lash band again, we're going to start back on the face. So we're just going to do a little bit of contouring, some blush, some highlight, and then we'll do a lip color as well. For contouring, I've been using this for maybe over a year. I definitely, once I'm done with this, I definitely want to look into other palettes, but it is a terrific palette. But I'm going to first use this medium cocoa color on a fluffier brush, and I'm going to first just bronze up my face. So just taking the brush with a light hand, I'm just going to start sweeping it pretty much on the areas that you would contour, on my forehead. This is just going to make it look like I've seen the sun, which concentrate it a little bit on my temples and then bring it upwards. Also bring it down to my cheekbones. I don't like bring it in where my cheekbones sink, but I bring it up above my cheekbones, if that makes any sense. Just with this color. I like to use circular motions. I feel like it gives a really nice natural finish where it's not too harsh and there's no harsh lines. Look, it just gives you like a natural glow. It's so pretty. Like this has nothing on it besides the foundation and concealer, and then this will fix that right now. A little bit on my jawline. Once I am bronzed up, then I'm gonna go into that, I was just talking about this brush. This is the only high-end brush that I personally bought that didn't come in a palette. This is number 77 Pro Contour Blending. It's just a Sephora brand. And I'm just going to take the top half of this brush and I'm gonna go into dark cocoa. And then this is where I'm gonna sculpt. I really don't use a lot of this color because it is, I think, a little too dark for my skin tone, but it gives you a really nice definition. I think I'm only going to dip it in once and then just use whatever is on the brush to do my entire face because I really don't need a lot of this product. It just sharpens it up a tiny bit. I'm gonna bring it down my neck a little bit as well. Just to make sure everything is like blended together and natural looking, I'm going in with my beauty blender and I'm just gonna go over the contour areas lightly. I don't wanna like blend it out too much where it's not noticeable, but I just wanna make sure that there's no harsh lines at all. Feeling myself, feeling myself. You know those days you just feel yourself. For blush, I don't know if I wanna use, there's a couple of them I'm gonna pull out and take a look at. So I took out a couple different options because I'm not really sure which way I want to go. I have this nice pink from MAC, which is called Modest Blush. But then I have two Milani blushes. One is like a peach, which I don't want to do a peach, not if I'm doing too much pink. But I do have this pink Milani one. I'm not sure the name of it. But I think that this has a little bit of shimmer in it. And, do I want to do it? Do I want to? I'm not sure. I'm not sure because I'm kind of debating on just using it more as a highlight than a blush. So this is a maybe, but I don't want it to be too much pink and shiver going on at the same time. I also have this gorgeous coral color, but I don't think it's quite right for the look that I'm going for. I also have a Milani bigger one that's maybe our winner because it's a nice mauve. It's not overpowering and I like that. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush and I'm just going to start lightly applying it to my cheekbones. I don't want it to be too overpowering. I don't want that to be a focal point at all, but I do need to bring some color back into my cheeks because of all the bronzing that I did. I'm not really going for like a bronzed look. I probably wouldn't apply blush if I was doing like a bronze smoky eye, but I like it with the pink. And then lastly for my face, I'm going to be going in with my Becca Champagne Pop Highlighter. I definitely want to look into more of the Becca highlighters because I want to find a pinky tone one where this is definitely has like a lot of that orange undertone, that peachy undertone. So I wanted a couple different highlighters so I could change up my highlight on different looks because with this look, I wish I had a pink highlight, which from the Balm, they may have one, I'm not sure. But I'm just going to use this thin fan brush and just apply it right on the tops of my cheekbones. Just be careful with highlighter because if you do get it on like a problem area, like right here I have a tiny little blemish, but it will make it stand out. That's the point of a highlighter. It kind of like brings that part of your face out where contour sinks it in. So you want to bring out the best parts of your face. So just be careful if you struggle with acne, because all the effort that you did to cover it up with concealer and foundation is, I mean, it's gonna be pointless if you just put highlight on those blemishes. So just be cautious of that. I'm gonna put a tiny bit down my nose. I do very lightly on my nose because I normally don't contour it. So just very lightly on my nose, but it's concentrated on the cheeks. Last but not least, I'm excited because this is also, we're going to be trying new products today. So I recently got in the mail 2 Colourpop Ultra Matte Liquid Lipsticks, and both of them are pink. Well, I got a bunch of them, but 2 of them are pink, and I'll show you them. So they're actually both from the collaboration with Hello Kitty. By the time this video comes up, I'm not sure that collaboration's still going on. I know they were kind of on like the sale list, but I'm pretty sure Colourpop would probably have, you know, similar ones to this. But I think I'm gonna go with Mimi here is definitely more of like a purple, like a cranberry purple. So I think we're gonna go with Milk Bottle. Oh no, I'm sorry, I got like 3 pink colors because we also have First Base, which is not from their Hello Kitty line, but I'm pretty sure is also on sale. So I'm not... Milk Bottle is more of a toned down mauve pink, where this is more of a true pink, like a nice rose mid-tone pink. I think we're gonna go with First Base. If I don't like it, if I feel like it's a little too light, then I'll just put on what was it called, Milk Bottle over it. But let's try First Base. I love doing pops of color if I'm wearing all black. And I'm not lining my lips only because my lip liner is downstairs, and once my kid sees me, it's all over. I honestly think this color is going to be really, really nice. I'm just going to let it dry and put on another coat and we'll see. You know what though? Like, as I'm waiting for this to dry, I used to have a setting spray. And I'm not sure if I'm just out, but if I am, that's definitely something I want to pick up as well. Just something to keep in mind the next time I go to Sephora. My goodness, if you guys can see this mess. Alright, I think I'm happy with it, honestly. And just as the wind is picking up, that is actually going to be it for my makeup tutorial today. I hope you guys enjoyed chit-chatting with me and trying out some new products that I got. If you guys want to see more makeup tutorials, I know the majority of you are here for either my vlogs or my beauty-related videos, and I know I do a lot of unboxings or reviews on products, but if you want to see more, you know, makeup tutorials, if I get new products in the mail, I can kind of do first impressions within that tutorial like I did today. I'm very happy with these colors. The only thing about these from Colourpop is they can get a little bit drying after a while, which doesn't personally bother me. But you can always wear a chapstick underneath on top of your lips and then put this over that chapstick. It will affect how long the lipstick lasts, but it will make it a little more comfortable. But they're very, very, very affordable, and I'm going to link the colors that I mentioned down below as well. So there's plenty of links for you guys to check out. But please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy chit-chatting with me this morning. And I hope you guys subscribe so you don't miss any new videos, and hopefully I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!